This episode of the ResortLoop.com podcast is brought to you by Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company. Joffrey's is proud to be the official specialty coffee of Disney. Enjoy drinks and pastries at Joffrey's kiosks throughout the parks and check out the Disney Specialty Coffee Collection only at Joffreys.com.
Hey, Bob and Tim and Bob, and all of Looper Nation. This is the Spidell family calling you from Disney World's All-Star Sports Resort. We're sitting here waiting for the Magical Express, or as we like to call it, the Tragical Depress, to take us back to Colorado. Remember, when drinking Joffrey's tea toddies, please stand clear of the doors. Bing bong.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
While your group is together, now is a great opportunity to pick a time and place to meet should you become separated in the park.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar.
Bob, how about that open?
Oh, that's one of the worst parts of the trip.
It is
waiting for that Magical Express. Now, I'm not sure how long Tamara and her family waited before they realized that it's not going to take them all the way back to Colorado.
On the bus?
On the bus. Although that would be a much more enjoyable drive, I think, than what you and I tend to take.
That's true. Well, I've never been to Colorado. It's got to be beautiful.
It's gorgeous. Colorado is such a beautiful state. Just, I can't say enough good things about the mountains and the blue skies. And
I was going to say, no palm trees, but you have mountains.
Oh, you got those massive pine trees and... Oh, it's just... Have I said,
You have. Are you feeling okay?
I can't wait to go back. I do have to say, I enjoyed Colorado quite a bit. It's just gorgeous there.
But thank you, Tamara. Thank you, entire Spidell family.
Absolutely.
Member of our blogging team.
Yeah, what better thing to do when you're sitting around waiting than to call our Looper listener line.
Absolutely.
At
area code 414
WDW
Loop.
How about that? See how I did that?
Because I know you people are waiting in plenty of lines. You should really memorize that phone number.
we should have had like 6,000 opens after the Christmas or New Year's Day. Everybody was just standing in lines forever.
Oh, absolutely. Like. And congratulations to all the runners out there.
Oh, yeah. I had a big running weekend this past weekend.
Yes, they got some steps in, some Ks down, however they
say. They K'd all over the place.
Lots of Ks,
there.
not KO. Well, maybe somebody got KO.
I think they got a little dopey down there.
What?
Oh, yeah.
This isn't in Miami.
They got a little dopey down there with the
goodness.
dopey challenge. And some good pals down there running. Everybody did quite well.
Everyone did fantastic.
So, hope everybody stayed safe and enjoyed that. And it sounded like it was a really good race. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Tim.
Yes.
What are we going to talk about today?
Today is a continuation of the topic a couple shows ago. A couple shows ago, we did the movies Disney had to make.
Yes.
Today, we're branching out to movies Disney needs to make.
I like it.
You better like it, because we just set aside time to do a show for this topic.
I don't like it. What else can we do? No, it's a good idea because there are, they've got that new movie coming out, Walt Before the Mouse or whatever it's called, something like that.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, Walt Before Mickey.
Walt Before Mickey, and that's fine, but. That's not a Disney movie, right? That's coming from somebody else.
Yeah, no, I don't believe that was
an
actual Disney movie, yes.
Independent filmmaker doing that. It just, the stories could be told. Some of these stories that we're going to talk about could be told so much better by Disney.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they have they have those incredible archives to do some of these things.
The resources they have behind them and the people.
Ridiculous.
And the time.
Ridiculous.
To do amazing movies. I
would love to, we've talked about that. Go through those archives and just see some of that cool stuff.
Oh, I just love to meander through there.
Right. Besides the obvious one that Disney has to do.
Obvious.
Mars Needs Moms 2.
Oh. Mars Now Needs Dads.
No, they don't. I got to say, I love movies. I watch movies all the time.
You're a movie guy.
one of the only ones, and I think there's probably only 3 that I have never been able to watch the whole movie.
Oh,
that was one of them.
Was that one?
I got through like the first 5 minutes and said, I cannot waste 2 hours of my life doing.
Oh my
it's
gosh.
that bad. But anyway, Tim, what movies does Disney need to make?
I'm going to start off with one off my list.
Yes.
It's not an old school movie per se, but I want to see, for me,
right.
This is going to sound shocking to you.
Yeah.
National Treasure 3.
That was on my list.
Is it really?
It is on my list.
Oh, because we did not confer again beforehand.
Right.
And what I love about National Treasure 3, very well written, very detailed, but here's the key. Very family friendly.
Absolutely.
You know, it was clean.
Absolutely. A lot of intrigue.
Intrigue, adventure.
Exciting.
No real violence. I mean, there were some car chases, and it was like, remember the show The A-Team?
Right.
Tons of guns. Nobody ever got hit by a bullet.
No, never.
But it was just a thinking person's movie.
Right.
History.
Right. That's what I like, the little bit of history.
I was going to ask, what do you think about National Treasure?
I love the fact that it especially my kids, they got a little taste of, the Declaration of Independence.
Yes.
And just some of the history behind right after the Civil War and what was going on then. It was just such a really, really good history lesson. It's watered down, obviously.
Watered down. I mean, a little absurd, maybe. Just a little bit.
Right.
It's a movie. Everybody suspends a little disbelief in these movies.
It's a lot of fun. And, who doesn't want to get back in a cage? I'm just saying.
What?
Nicolas Cage.
Oh.
He's in
I don't want to get anywhere in,
You got to get... Yeah. No?
No, not
right.
really. But I love the movie. Just cut very fast. Kept your attention. Kept moving.
Yeah.
Loved it.
I tell you, this isn't on my list, but talking about Nicolas Cage, I really enjoyed The Sorcerer's Apprentice. I thought that was really fun.
You know what? I have not seen that one yet, and I wanted to see it as soon as it came out, and just never got around to it.
It's really good, and the young guy that is the actor in that, and I can never remember that kid's name. He's in a lot of good stuff.
I can picture him. Yeah.
He's so much fun, and I just wish they had made another one of those. That's not on my list, but. Another Nicolas Cage. Keep Cage in the Disney fold there.
I love the Disney movies. And this wasn't actually... Well, it was a Disney movie. But it wasn't like a pixie dust Disney movie.
Right.
Clean. Because we both saw the most recent Vacation movie attempt.
Oh, horrid.
Now, I found parts of it entertaining.
Some.
But, man, once you got past the language in the first half hour, it was crazy.
Very
The language
few.
at the beginning?
Yeah, and the one son was just such a punk.
Yeah. I'm sorry, that was a little bit of a tangent there, but... I said, Bob, what's one of the movies you want to see made?
Well, this one we've talked about in the past, and again, it's going really old school for Disney. I want to see Rocketeer 2.
Oh, that's a good one.
The Rocketeer was such a great movie, and I think that they could do it. Some people have speculated online, bringing the Rocketeer into the Marvel fold and having them be a part of the Avengers or something. But I don't like that idea at all. I think the Rocketeer stands on its own.
Absolutely.
It would be just so cool to go back. It would be obviously a period movie and World War II. But the Captain America's movie, the first one, was such a success that they could kind of feed off of that, I think.
I love that idea.
Rocketeer 2.
Would you do it as a sequel, or would you just start off with a reboot to maybe reboot a franchise?
I think you'd have to have a reboot now because the actor is so, he's aged quite a bit probably since the last one.
Same kind of look that...
Same look, though. I love the look.
I love the 40s industrial metal.
Right. My son has a small, about 5x7 painting that was done of the Rocketeer hanging in his room.
That Art Deco look?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
because he loved the movie, so I'd like them to bring that back. What do you got?
Don't change the soundtrack on it either.
Oh, no. Geez, no.
Or at least leave some of that in there.
That soundtrack, if you listen to that soundtrack, you hear that in National Treasure, you hear that in the parks, you hear that in a lot of places.
You do, absolutely.
Yeah, they borrowed quite a bit from that soundtrack.
I'm going to say another movie they need to make.
Uh-huh.
A sequel. I'm not usually a huge sequel guy.
Uh-huh.
Roger Rabbit.
Ooh, even without Bob Hoskins, because Bob died, if you remember.
We got to do something.
Yeah.
The franchise was just fantastic. How you could bring all those characters together from the different studios into one movie and have them all work together. Like you're actually managing the characters. Just bring them all together. It was such a fantastic movie in that way.
I agree with that. And with the genius now that they have in John Lasseter.
Oh, my gosh.
He could bring in some of the Toy Story characters, or the Pixar characters in general. That would really be a great sequel. I'd love to see that. That would be a lot of fun.
Oh, absolutely. Maybe if they couldn't do the Who Framed Roger Rabbit, maybe just a whole new intellectual property, if you will.
Right.
And who knows? Mr. Lasseter is probably working on something.
He might be.
I hope so.
Speaking of Mr. Lasseter,
yes,
this one, I'm branching away from the major motion pictures. I would love to see 2 documentaries. I'd love to see.
Okay,
I would love to see a documentary on John Lasseter himself.
Oh yeah.
I think that would just be. He has done so much for Pixar and Disney, and really has turned the whole animation world around to where kids now have a lot more great entertainment. I'd love to see that. I'd also like to see a documentary on Alan Menken.
Ooh.
Of course, the genius behind all the music of the Disney Renaissance of the animation in our lifetime and our kids' lifetime with Little Mermaid and Aladdin and all those.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. And, of course, these would be probably made for television.
That's all right.
Nothing big, but I want to know more about those guys. I really do. There's 2 that I want.
Yeah. I mean, only if Disney had some kind of outlet where they could put things on TV.
If only they had...
They own something.
A channel of some sort somewhere.
Here's another tangent.
Uh-oh, here we go. I've heard this one. Here we go.
Why in the world do you take this ABC Family channel and you go to rename it?
I know.
Freeform. What the heck is Freeform?
Well, we got a bunch of movies. We don't know where to play them. And
they're probably not Disney family friendly is what I'm thinking.
No. So, I'm sure there's probably a lot of PG-13 or rated R movies.
But Freeform?
That they wanted to, they don't have any other outlets and they don't want to pay anybody else. Although they have ABC, so why don't they just
got that
put them
little
on ABC?
Exactly. They have like 17 Disney channels.
The Browns are done. You might as well put them on ESPN. Nobody's watching ESPN.
The Browns.
Now that the Browns are done for this season.
It's so entertaining watching.
Right,
oh my gosh, that's a whole separate comedy.
Yeah.
Let's bring in the baseball guy. Oh well. Anyway.
You done with your tangent?
I'm sorry.
All right, give me another one. What other movie?
Since I'm going Freeform here, the big one I want to see made.
This is the biggie.
The biggie.
All right.
And this was brought on by the thought of saving Mr. Banks.
Yeah.
I would love for them to do a full-fledged motion picture, big-name celebrities, doing a story on Walt Disney's creation of Disneyland.
I like that.
I want to see, from where he first has the idea for Disneyland, sitting on the park bench.
Right.
In the park with his daughter, through the whole, bringing all his guys together, going into the Disney studio and saying, all these guys have worked on movies. Now we're going to work on a totally different project you're not prepared for.
Do something different. Yeah.
We are going to build a theme park.
Yeah.
That's the story I want to see.
I love that idea.
Oh, well, thank you.
Love that idea.
I hope they're going to work. Tom Hanks maybe doing...
Right. Reprise his role.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I want Sherman Brothers writing music for some rides.
I
want to see some of the original Imagineers referenced in there.
Yep.
I want him to pass thorough Ravenscroft.
Yes.
And just say hello and you hear that voice booming back.
Yes.
Good morning, Walt. Just in passing. Just
that
for a
would be
second.
So awesome.
I want to see stuff like that.
I'm going to take that just a little bit further. I want the entire original cast from Saving Mr. Banks, the Disney cast, and use those folks, use those 2 actors that played the Sherman Brothers, use them.
Awesome.
Kind of keep it flowing, keep it going. And but I want to take it even a little bit further. I want to do it Walt's, not just Disneyland, but then we've done Disneyland, and we see the problems. Now let's plan on that whole Florida project, and then the big tearjerker he never gets to see that fulfilled.
Wow, you just brought the show down.
Not bringing it down.
You brought that. I thought that'd be a separate movie.
I'm just making, tugging at the heartstrings.
I don't want the Disneyland park to be watered down. I want it very focused.
Right. Yeah, no, I understand.
You're wrong.
I understand.
If there was a buzzer, I would hit it right now.
I mean, how many times? How many times do we have to watch women sinking into the asphalt on their high heels? I mean, come on. How long is that going to take?
What movie are you watching?
Disneyland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know what you're.
That is probably the one movie I really want to see made.
I had that on my list as well.
Not so much a documentary. I mean, obviously, I want all the true stuff in there.
I love that idea. The last one I definitely want to see made, and I want this to be done extremely well, is the Jungle Cruise. Now, I know there's rumors floating out there that it's coming.
There are.
But I've looked. Nothing. I don't see anything on the horizon.
See, last I heard months ago, and it might have been a year ago now, there was that rumor that Tom Hanks and Tim Allen had signed up.
Right.
So, but there's nothing on that. They came out that schedule for their 12-year movie release projection.
Right. But, I want to talk about that in a little bit. But, yeah.
But yeah, that would be awesome.
I just think it would be, it's such an iconic ride. Everybody loves it. It's so sticky. Especially when it's hot.
Yes.
It's very sticky when it's hot.
Oh, wow.
No. That's why they could never move it over to Animal Kingdom. It's too sticky. Anyway.
Oh, my goodness. I would only get you away with that when you're discussing the Jungle Cruise.
Exactly. I just think that would be such a fun movie. And, maybe have... I don't know. Bruckheimer probably wouldn't be the guy. You'd have to have Jon Favreau, maybe, would be good. He's doing the new Jungle Book.
Oh, maybe. Yeah,
he's a lot of fun. He can do comedy as well.
He is hilarious. I will give him that. That is true.
I just think he'd be great. Let me run these by you real quick.
All right.
I got three that I put question marks on real quick. What about a remake? And obviously not a sequel, but a remake. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
I actually had that on my list over here, scribbled down.
Did you?
I did. I thought there was a rumor of that one also.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Again, I'm not seeing it.
But that would be fantastic. I love that whole science fiction genre.
Well, the special effects they could get away with now.
Oh,
plus
can you imagine?
The knowledge that they now have of the ocean a little bit more. Black Hole.
I love a black hole.
I think that you enjoyed that movie quite a bit. We talked about that on a previous show.
Oh yeah, just a little bit ago.
So, Black Hole. That might be fun to do a remake.
Oh, that'd be a lot of fun.
Maybe even feature animation. Let's do it as an animated feature.
I could almost see animation because we're gonna have a lot of science fiction space movies coming out.
Right.
In the next few years.
Well, they can use some of the old props from Star Wars.
I'll give them props.
They gotta use that set for something because it's not making enough money.
No. I hope they can afford to store it somewhere until they need it.
We better reuse this because man, we thought it'd do better than $2 billion. And this is my last one.
All right.
That I had a question mark on, and you tell me because this is something that just seemed to explode all of a sudden down at the Disney parks. Hocus Pocus 2. The original Three Witches.
Right.
And then you bring in some,
It could happen. I could see it happening. I forgot how good the first movie was. I remember seeing it.
I never liked the first movie.
You never liked the first one?
It was okay.
Oh, it was what? Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and
Parker. I can't remember the other. She was in
Kathy Najimy,
the
like
Greek.
That.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, they're cute. Who doesn't like Bette Midler?
I'm just saying. No, she was big back then down at Disney. I remember she was shooting a commercial in the studios.
You know why she was huge? Because Eisner signed her to that 3-picture, 5-picture deal.
Right.
And I think part of it was she had to shoot that lottery movie down there.
Oh gosh.
That was back when she was major Hollywood
movie right after
star.
Beaches.
Beaches and Cream,
yeah,
absolutely.
That's what it was named from. She said, "I'd love to have an ice cream place."
That's right.
So they made me. No, they didn't.
It was very sad though when Bill came at the end. I'm sorry.
Wow. Wow, and I'm bringing down the house.
Yeah, I know.
Oh
sorry.
My gosh.
Sorry, everybody.
So yeah, I think any of those would be fantastic movies. Let me just run this by you.
Run it by me.
This is bugging me.
Uh-oh.
All right, so I'm looking ahead. All right, we got some really good movies coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Finest Hours is going to be, I think it's going to be fantastic. That's coming up the end of the month. That Coast Guard movie.
Yes.
Jungle Book, I don't know, live action Jungle Book. Looks fantastic.
It looks amazing.
Looks fantastic.
I didn't sure what to expect, and I saw that trailer. I was like, this could be fantastic.
But here's what's bothering me a little bit, okay? We got Alice Through the Looking Glass as far as a live action. Beauty and the Beast live action coming out. Of course, Pirates of the Caribbean is going to be great. It's just going to be huge. Then they got, are you ready for this? Now, this is starting in 2017. They haven't even released these yet. An untitled, these are all untitled, Disney live action fairy tale at the end of 2017. Again.
Untitled?
Untitled, it says.
Oh.
This is their plan. They just have plans to make these.
Right.
In 2018 and 2019, untitled live action fairy tale. In both those years. At the end of 2019, live action fairy tale. How many of these do we need?
Fairy tales?
How many times, and this is just me, okay? I don't know. I'm old school. I like the animated. I like Cinderella. I like, Snow White. I like all of these. And then they go on and on. I mean, this goes on up to 2020.
Oh, yeah.
All of these, they're going to make these movies, but they don't know exactly which ones they're going to make yet. Why are we remaking in live action all of these movies that were animated? Disney's better than that.
They are.
We don't have to keep remaking these same movies.
I will say some of those, I think, are just placeholders for other things they're working on that they know.
Probably.
Like National Treasure 3. There's no room on the slate on there for there if they decide to make it, but they'll knock out one of those.
No.
Untitled.
Yeah, well, that's true. And that they can change those at any time. But I just think that, I don't know. Maleficent with Sleeping Beauty and what was The Wizard of Oz? We remade that. They're talking about making another Great and Powerful Oz.
Oh, really?
They're talking about that. Cruella de Vil's the next one they got coming out, and again, that's to be announced. Tinkerbell, they want to do a live action Tinkerbell, live action Dumbo, live action Mulan, live action. Are you ready for this?
Hit me.
Live action Winnie the Pooh.
Wow, that will be a slow moving movie.
Man, oh man. I might as well be Eeyore now. Oh, bother.
All those movies will empty out in the gift shops, by the way.
Who is?
All those movies will empty out in the gift shops.
Oh, absolutely. Live action Pinocchio. Live action Genies. We can't do any more Aladdins with genies anymore. We just can't.
No.
Without Robin Williams.
My garage door keeps going up and down.
Are you live action Sword in the Stone?
I
mean, I don't mean to be negative here.
You sure sound like it.
But who? Come on. A live action Prince Charming.
Yeah, I think these are
and a Maleficent sequel.
Oh, well.
Now they are going to try, and this is way down the road, another live action Haunted Mansion, which I think will be much better.
It's going to have to be.
I think they better do that. But you know what I'm not seeing here?
What's
what
that?
are we not seeing here that we need to see?
A Disneyland movie.
Well, I'd love to see that.
I know. No, what do you see? What do you not see?
How about Hollywood Tower of Terror live action? And without Gutenberg.
Without the Goot.
Without the Goot. I don't know. I'm just saying.
That could be good.
I'm just throwing that out there.
You can throw it. I'll catch it.
I mean, how many of these movies are we going to do?
Are we
going to take every Disney movie ever made and turn it into an animated movie and turn it into live action?
It did have no room on that schedule, which is why I think a lot of those things are just kind of placeholders.
Yeah.
In case they acquire any more intellectual property. Because according to that schedule, if they buy something amazing today, they couldn't put that movie out till 2021.
Well, that's true.
So those have to be placeholders.
That's true. Maybe they're negotiating with Universal to take The Simpsons or something.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know. I'm just saying, I think there's so many. I mean, we named off a few that I'm glad they're doing Incredibles 2. It needed to be done. National Treasure 3 needs to be done. The Walt Disney movie needs to be done.
By Disney.
By Disney. these are all Jungle Cruise. If you're going to do something, let's do Jungle Cruise. Don't do Winnie the Pooh live action. I'm confused by that.
You got to work on the name, because if you have the word Pooh in the movie title, man, you're just asking for some critical issues there.
Right. Well, everybody poos. Everybody poos. So anyway, that's all I've got, Tim.
Excellent. Before we wrap up the show, I want to bring up something again, movie related, because it's coming up fast.
Uh-oh.
You're going to feel old.
I'm already old.
The 20th of this month in January.
Yes.
The 10th anniversary of the release of High School Musical.
What?
Yes.
Zac Efron is 48.
Well, he was 38 when the original came out. Can you believe 10 years?
Wow.
High School Musical, the original.
Wow.
The first one. You know what I loved about that movie?
Man.
It totally confused Disney. They had no idea that movie was going to be huge at all.
No idea.
You know why? Because they released it on the Disney Channel.
Yes.
It was for kids.
Let's grab these teenagers. Nobody knows who the heck they are. And we'll do a little movie.
Well, I'll sing and dance. It'll be like an old school Grease-like musical.
We need a filler. Jeesh. Yeah.
And you could actually hear Disney corporate just paddling and grasping. How can we need to make more money off this movie?
Yeah.
We have nothing ready.
Somebody sign. Get them kids to sign something.
Sign up for 2 and 3 now.
Oh, yeah, that thing was huge. Wow. How about this? And I'm the one that was just complaining about we're going to make a movie out of every animated movie we've ever had.
You were.
How about Recess?
Oh, don't get me started on Recess.
Give me a live-action Recess. I'll take that every day.
Recess was the best Disney cartoon.
Absolutely.
For TV
it was great.
Ever.
Yes.
I can tell you in my car now, I just heard it when I was out earlier today.
There is something wrong with you.
There's a Recess disc in there of show
There's a
that
lot
I recorded.
wrong with you. You wait a minute. You recorded them?
I have like 8 DVDs at home that I recorded of Recess.
And I'm a geek.
You bring up Recess and Gretchen and TJ and
I'm
Vince.
just saying, that would be a fun live action.
That would be fun. I just want the series rebooted. You can't buy those on DVD yet.
What?
Disney, open your ears.
His hand is up, folks.
Oh, my hand is up.
His hand is up. He is angry.
You know when I mention ways for you to
flush.
make money, you usually jump on these.
Oh, wow. Here he goes.
Why have you not released the entire Recess catalog on DVD yet?
2 words. Sunday brunch.
Exactly. Take that golden rake.
Yeah. Recess you watched will be out on DVD
They
in a
should
month.
be.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Recess was the best.
Yeah. It was good. It was a lot of fun.
It was fun. Great characters.
Great characters.
writing.
Yeah. Help these kids.
Gosh.
There's so many kids. They don't have any, direction in school. School's so tough anyway. That give them a nice. That's what was so good about those the book series. What the heck was that book series that my son was reading?
Was it Kingdom Keepers?
No. I don't know. I'll let it that out.
But we can't get into books. This show's been way too long talking about movies.
I can't remember.
And cartoons.
Edit that out, will you?
Oh, there'll be no editing. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, that's right. Edit free 2016. Dang.
Now I want to go watch Recess again.
I'll remember it after we're done.
Exactly.
Anyway, Tim, that's all I've got. Again.
That's all I have as well. Oh, my goodness. Everybody, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott. Where am I called now? Tim Resort Loop Scott on Facebook, Resort Loop Tim on Twitter, and when in doubt, just go to ResortLoop.com.
I'm Resort Loop Bob on Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, rate us on iTunes, check out My Diz Match. Got some cool stuff coming on that. And where else can they listen to?
I would always join us over at the Stitcher, and you can always find us on. Or is it still edit free? Because I have no idea where I was going with the end of the show. Gateway to the Magic. I'm out.
See you, everybody.
Drink the drink.
But I don't want the drink.
He doesn't want the drink. He does.
I don't.
You do.
I don't.
You do.
I don't.
You do.
I don't.
You don't.
I do.
You don't.
I do.
You don't.
Listen, when I say I do, that means I do.